Hello everybody, welcome to JoeyTLive, Leafs Talk, Life Talk, episode 28. Welcome everybody, check, what? By myself here guys tonight. Trying to give Wonder Boy a call guys, bear with me here. How's everybody doing here today? Let's see this come up here. How's everyone going on this beautiful Sunday? A lot to talk about in Leafland, guys. Big things happening. Let's get right into it. I got a special guest here tonight. Oh, what's that? Is that you, Wonder Boy? Finally back, guys. Guys, give a round of applause, a warm welcome to Wonder Boy, my nephew, guys. JoeyTLive, Leafs Talk, Life Talk, episode 28. Sorry for the delay. Please like and share. Tonight's sponsors are OTR Meals, guys. They are amazing. You should give them a try. They just delivered my food right now. Can't wait to eat it. Metalogics by Jesse and Joe and Vivo Transport. Wonder Boy, how's it going? Where have you been? What have you been up to, buddy? Well, I've been on strike since 1999 in my school, Nick. So, you know, you got to do what you got to do. What have you been doing since you've been on strike? Bowling, tennis, what are you up to?
Well, my parents were on vacation, so I threw a party at my house. That was pretty good.
Well, I wouldn't say that too loud with Sylvia lurking in the background, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. I totally get where you're coming from. You know, I like to think as Wonder Boy like JVR, he doesn't have a lot of minutes on the show, but when he comes on, he produces. Yeah, let me finish the sentence first, Nicolai, before you just jump right in there. But you know what? You put up numbers. I think the biggest show I had with Wonder Boy was over 2,000 views. Guys, please like and share. Christian Reyes, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the show. Nicolai, let's go through Wonder Boy, the last week and a half of Leaf hockey. I know you love your stats, and thank God you're here. It makes my life that much easier just to look in the camera and smile.
Yeah, for sure. So, the last 6 games we're going to be covering.
Yep.
First game, Leafs played Dallas, 6-5. It was a crazy game. Leafs started off slow. I think Dallas scored two early goals. They went down under 2-0. We took the battle right from the get-go. So
yeah,
first we had a Kadri with a goal, JVR with 3 goals. First hat trick of the season. Marlowe with a goal. Marner and Bozak with 2 assists.
Well, that's, I think JVR started that big streak coming on that game right over there, a hat trick. You know, I don't think we're going to be able to afford him there with all the goals that he's been scoring. He's going to want, how much do you think he's going to get? $7-8 million, Wonder Boy?
JVR's hat trick is showing me how bad we want that $7 million next year.
Well, I don't know if he'll get 10.
Coming from the Leafs, but
yeah,
what he's going to be paid.
He's in the price range of $7 million, like Oshie from Washington. Pozo from Buffalo, that's the kind of guy he is. I think he's going to get $7 million. Mark my words. 10 is more for the Tavares, the Sagans, the more superstars.
He's going to get a $7 million. I'd say over 4 or 5. He's only going to reach for 2 of those years. The next 2-3 years are going to be a bust.
Yeah, I think he actually, now Wonder Boy, he's probably going to get 6 years. $7 million over 6 years, $42 million contract. And you're right, JVR, great player, good in front of the net, but he can't skate. And I'm not saying he's a bad player. He will come up big for us in the remaining games that he has. But would I count on him going 7 years deep? I don't think so. So let's go to the next game. Big win in Dallas, 6-5. What was the next game, Wonder Boy?
Next game, the Leafs played Buffalo. So Leafs are looking to bounce back from their horrific game they played against Buffalo the previous time. And they did so with a 5-2 win. The third consecutive game was 5+ goals. McElhaney's second straight game, stepping in for the injured Anderson that got injured against Dallas halfway through the game.
Yep. And they've had a
38 of 40 shots, and with a big win.
Terrible record in Buffalo. For some reason, they got the most fans in a road game in Buffalo. They just can't win in Buffalo. So it was good to see a 5-2 victory. Mateo is still not in the lineup up to this point. We're winning these games with our best player, probably top 5 in the league, and it's pretty impressive, Wonder Boy. Let's go to the next game.
Next game we had was Hockey Night in Canada, Saturday night, 4-0 win against the Montreal Canadiens.
Wow. Who did they play that game? Sorry, the third game you're talking about?
Montreal.
Montreal. Okay, so that's
At the end.
another big win. What was the score again?
4-0.
4-0. So
Goal
McAlee.
scorers, Nylander, Kapanen, Kadri, and Andre Johnson with his first goal of his NHL career.
Yeah, he kind of looks like the mask Jim Carrey, but you know what? He seems to be a good player. His face scares me a bit, but you know, at the end of the day, you're not going to score with your face, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know, yeah, exactly. I don't know if you noticed that. That Montreal gave me a 7 shots on goal.
Oh, wow.
All around the net.
Good for him, you know. I think he's about 23, 24 years old. Good to see him come in the lineup and do his thing.
Exactly. I think we drafted out of the 7th round in 2013.
I think you were actually drafted in the 8th round. So you know what, Wonder Boy, if you keep training, you'll probably be right behind him.
Yeah, my time is due. My time is due.
Your time is due, and you being on strike, you could get more training in because I know you like to go upstairs in your spare time. Next game, Wonder Boy.
Next game, so we were watching this game together at Nana Mary's house.
Yeah, Nana Mary was actually.
Lost to Tampa Bay.
Ooh, that was a tough one. Weren't we up in that game 3-0?
Up 3-1, heading into the third period, and we gave up 3 goals in 10 minutes.
3 goals in 10 minutes. That does not sound good. Again, we were missing our best player, which kind of hurts again.
We were missing Matthews, but we dominated for 35 minutes of that game.
You know what?
We scored that goal to make it 3-1. Tampa Bay started clicking, and that's when they just came out flying in the third, and we couldn't keep up with their pace.
Foolishly, I want to say this, Wonder Boy. Tampa does not scare me. I'm going to get more into that later. But basically, disappointing loss. 4-3, you're up 3-1. You should be just ending that game. Let's go into the next one. I'll give you my thoughts on Tampa Bay in a bit.
So, next game was a 5-2 win against Nashville. This was the most complete game I've witnessed all season, and even more impressive, doing against the best teams in the league.
The fact that Wonder Boy is saying that's their most complete game, this guy is the hardest critic on the Leafs. Every play, I think he's going to have a heart attack or a stroke. I've never seen such commitment, and that's why he's on the show. And I just actually signed him to another 9-year contract. So you're at 18 years right now, Wonder Boy, on the show. And you're just getting paid.
I'm going to be doing this till I'm 30.
Yep, well into your 30s. Wonder Boy, I also agree with you. I thought going into Nashville, and to me, Nashville has the best defense in the league. They're stacked 1 through 6. Like Polak wouldn't even be able to tie their skates, never mind play on that unit. And they looked really good. 5-2, strong game. Everyone played good.
I think it was his first game back from a month-long injury.
And what did he do his first game back, Wonder Boy?
Went upstairs.
Wow, he just slapped it upstairs. Wonder Boy, when I saw Mateo, he just does things different. He actually looks like a video game when Matthews plays hockey. The way he just dragged it, roofed it, it was good to see. Just to see him back on our team. Watching them, you know, I got to give him credit too. Without him, they're still almost a playoff team. I could honestly say that. And that's how strong we've come, how far we've come.
With him, we're even better.
Oh, no, with him, you could really mix out the lines. First line gets a little more deeper. Second and third, Marner. How good is Marner playing? Remember Wonder Boy, how bad he was playing at the beginning?
I know, Marner, he had 1 goal through his, first 20-something game?
He was struggling.
And
Like,
now he's at 20 goals.
Marner was struggling like Nana Mary trying to get a bowl at the top cupboard in her kitchen. Like, he needed a ladder just as bad as Nana Mary needed that ladder to get that bowl. Like, he looked like he didn't know how to play hockey. He was on the 4th line, Wonder Boy.
He had no confidence.
No confidence. Now he has 63, 64 points. From the way he started, I didn't think he was going to crack 30 points.
No shot.
No chance. He just turned his game around. Who knows what was in his head? But I know Babcock was going to take care of him. Everything was going to be great.
Game 2, it was the first game in a while that the Leafs young trios all scored goals. Marner, Nylander.
You know what I like to compare Marner with, Wonder Boy? You know Nuno Silvio very well. When he used to go and tell me to get tools in the garage, I didn't know what frickin' tool he needed from me. But once I start grabbing the right ones by accident, the confidence start building, Wonder Boy. So when I came back with the wrench and I said, listen, Saddam, take this wrench and do what you gotta do, but leave me alone, I'm not a mechanic. And I got that confidence saying that to him. Even though I woke up in a coma, I feel Marner's playing great. Next game, Wonder Boy.
Next game we played Detroit, so it's this Saturday, it just passed. We had a 4-3 win against Detroit. It wasn't our most complete game. We looked shaky at
They just mucked it out, you're saying, right?
Yeah. Kapanen, Brown, Kadri, and Nylander all scoring goals.
Yeah.
Here's a stat. Some players that were flying under the radar, and here's like the point. I just brought up myself here. So Marner, 64 points on the season, 20 goals, 44 assists.
I can't believe he's at 20 goals. He was at 1 for 17 years. I don't know how he got to 20.
The next two are defensemen. Riley, 48 points, 6 goals, and 42 assists.
You know what? That fell underneath my radar. I did not think he was a 50-point D-man. Wow, that's pretty crazy, Wonderboy. Good stat there. Keep it going.
Next one, I hate this player the most in the league, but somehow...
Don't you dare say his name on my show.
He's putting up points this season.
What's his name?
Jake Gardner.
Jake the Flake Gardner. If he was a wrestler, he'd be Jake the Flake Gardner. You know what? I don't even care if he puts up pinatas in the air with candy in them. I just don't like that guy. I swear to God, if I ever saw him, I'd give him a figure 4 for a half an hour. Because for some reason, the blue line to him is like a tightrope. He walks it, pucks go over his stick. He's always giving the puck away. Yes, he's got 40 points. How many points does he have, Wonderboy?
44 points, Gardner.
Yeah, but he's made 44 mistakes to get those 44 points. But you know what? You're right. It flew under the radar. He looks good. Like, sometimes he looks bad. Sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah, and then Kadri with on the ridge almost another 30-goal season, 51 points, 29 goals, 22 assists.
Listen, if Kadri, what a steal that is for $4.5 million, Wonderboy, to do 50 points, 30 goals, $4.5 million. He should be getting paid $5.5 all day in his sleep. And he probably does snore because he does got a big schnozzle, but that's another point for another day. And one thing I want to share with you, Wonderboy, the Leafs are now 45, 23, and 5. That's 97 points. 13 straight home wins. They look fantastic. They're not going to catch Boston or Tampa.
No.
Boston actually looks like they have 2 games in hand, 4 points behind. Do you think Boston could catch Tampa?
I really think they can. They're getting Bergeron back tonight. I've seen that from a month long. It's been a month.
Wow, and they still kept winning. Still kept winning with that's their number 1 center. That's their best two-way player. And you got to give a lot of credit to that rat Martian. He was still playing great without his centerman.
Yeah, and then that rookie guy they called up Donato scored in his first 2 games.
Yeah, he actually, I think, owns a salon in Yorkdale. Yeah, I think he actually owns that salon in Yorkdale. Good point. Donato's been on fire since he's been there. I think he had 4 points in his first 4 period. What I'm trying to think here, Nicolay, Wonderboy, I want him to play Tampa. Why? I do not want to step foot in the Boston Gardens on our first, or TD Gardens, whatever it's called now. I don't want to step there game 1. I think going into Tampa in game 1, there'd be more pressure on Tampa than us. I think going into Boston game 1, there'd be more pressure than us than Boston, because...
Well, either team we play, there's going to be more pressure, and like I said, the Leafs don't have pressure. They weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs. It's supposed to be a 4 or 5 year process. What, year 3?
Year 3, Babcock did, you're absolutely right. Babcock did say we were supposed to be long haul 4 or 5 years. We were going to be struggling. The only problem I do not like right now, Wonderboy, is the playoff format. We should be playing New Jersey or Philadelphia with home ice.
Yeah, as of right now, we've been playing Columbus.
Oh my God, with this stupid wild card scenario, we got to play a 108-point team right off the bat. And you know what's even more sickening, Wonderboy? We're probably going to get the most points all time for a Leaf team. And what do we get rewarded with? A team that's on fire going into the first round. So stupid.
Exactly. They made it to balance it out, but at the same time, it's unfair how we get set up against a great team while you have Washington here playing New Jersey, and they're in the same division. New Jersey.
It's so dumb, Wonderboy. We should have home ice advantage. We've won 13 straight frickin' home wins. Why aren't we getting home ice?
We should be playing Columbus, a team that can't get out of the first round, and we should be cruising on.
Oh, Wonderboy, it drives me nuts, Wonderboy. It's like when Silvio used to tell me, do you want the stick or do you want the belt? They both suck, Dad. They both suck. And the way it's going now, we're going to be on the road, probably in Boston, and I the nightmare that me and you and every other Leaf fan shared in 2013, I still wake up in cold sweats.
I still remember how that day went for me too.
You know what? It was like stubbing your toe on a coffee table. It was painful.
I remember I had a soccer game, and I had a parent on the sideline keeping me updated. Remember, he told me we went up 4-1. I was so excited. I get in the car after the game, 4-3.
Then Lucic tied it.
Get home, 4-4, and I'm watching the game in overtime, and Krejci scores that goal. I start crying.
You know, I've never lost a house. Never lost a house, or I could imagine how those players felt on the ice. Never mind us. Like Loophole, all those guys. How do you take that plane ride home knowing you're up 4-1, 10 minutes left? Just keep dumping the ice. You know what, Loophole? I don't even want to see you or hear about you ever again. Well, I'm thinking play Boston. It's going to be a tough series. It's like playing Washington last year. Same thing I look at Boston this year. Both great teams, both well over 100 points. They have home ice. We lost game 1 last year. We need to win game 1 this year, Wonder Boy, to win a best of 7. 100%. You can't lose game 1 and praying that you're going to win game 2 in Boston and then come back home. It's an uphill climb. Chara scares me more than Hedman. Bergeron and Marchand scares me more than Stamkos and Kucherov. I don't care what anyone says. They both won a cup. Those guys are serious dudes. Ugly dudes, but serious dudes. Okay, I want to get into something else here, Wonder Boy. I'm going to our Raptors, and I want to talk about the elephant in the room, LeBron James. Now, the Raptors played 3 games in 4 nights, which it does make you tired, but still. LeBron was missing 3-4 quality players in that game. Do you feel they should have won that game?
Yeah, I feel like they should have won that game. They started that game on a tear. They were shooting from left, right, and center, making threes. They just couldn't defend, but that's LeBron. Nothing you can do against LeBron, but they were putting up points. They were keeping up.
I agree with you, but the fact they lost that game, everyone in the States hates the Raptors. They call all the icons of basketball, Hall of Famers, Wonder Boy. They don't believe in Lowry and DeRozan. They needed to win that game. They should have gave a hard foul to LeBron. You got to frickin' win that game. The fact that you lose, you're going into the playoffs, jittery, and I still think LeBron's got him by the balls. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. LeBron's the best in the world. I don't like him, but he conditions himself. He's a freak of nature, Wonder Boy. 34, 35 years old, playing 40 minutes.
Still putting up triple-doubles.
Triple-doubles. He's faster than any player on the floor. And I like, is he on steroids? I don't think he is, but he's a Superman. He's a freak.
Yeah, like we held our own in the first half, contained them, but I want to know what Dwayne Casey said to them at halftime that made them coming out flat and not being able to score a bucket. Because they just could not score if they're dependent on it, and Cleveland just came out. Third and fourth quarter, LeBron was LeBron.
You know what I noticed too, Wonder Boy? You got Casey over there. He started playing ISO and the game started getting tighter. And you start seeing the ball in DeRozan and Lowry's hands. You start seeing the old last year Raptors team creeping up. They need to understand going into the playoffs. They got a great bench. They got to move that ball around. They can't give Cleveland what they gave them last year, or else it's going to be a sweep again. I'm telling you, Wonder Boy. I know everyone's...
Exactly.
That bench is very good.
That game, it's Lowry and DeRozan and ISO.
It's disgusting. It doesn't work. And I'm really worried about Lowry because right now we're playing the Greek Freak. If Milwaukee comes into Toronto game 1 and wins game 1, I might throw you through the TV, but I wouldn't do that because I love the TV and I love you. But I'm going to be very angry if Milwaukee comes into Toronto, because Toronto's 0-9 in game 1s. I've said this 1,000 times. If they go 0-10, man, oh man.
Bad start.
Bad start. I got actually a question for you there, Wonder Boy. Anthony Galuzzo says Tampa's too much firepower, better to play Boston. I disagree with Anthony. He's got great hair, Anthony. He's actually your father's cousin, so he's technically your cousin. I believe it's the other way around. Better to play Tampa. Boston scares me.
In my opinion, either way, you're still going in there and it's still going against 2 great teams.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I agree with you.
Firepower, and Leafs got to play their best hockey all season if they want to come out on top either against Tampa or against Boston.
I agree, Wonder Boy. That's a good point. I think it's a shitty situation. Like you said, going either or, you're going to be on the road. Imagine, they have 97 points. They're going to finish 105. They're going to be on the road. That makes me sick to my stomach.
It's not fair.
It's not fair,
Well,
you
going
know.
back to the
But I don't want to sound like a Montreal Canadian fan and a Detroit Red Wing fan. They're not even in the playoffs, and all those fake fans that cheer for those guys. I feel for you guys, but like, what are they gonna do in April now? Do they just take up croquet or something, Wonder Boy? What do they do?
Gotta get ready for the entry draft. That's what they gotta get
Oh
ready.
my God, like those. And you know what they should be doing in their off season? They should be traveling to those cities and stay there for the summer. What do you think about that, Wonder Boy?
Should be goal scouting Rasmus Dahlin, predicted number 1 overall.
You know, they should be scouting for their teams. Just get out of the city. We don't need you here. How about the Jays? You feel anything about the Jays this year, Wonder Boy? I don't know. The Yankees got a lot of firepower, man.
Yankees, John Carlos Stanton, and Judge is Gary there. Donaldson doesn't stay healthy for 150 games. Leafs have no offense.
How about Tulowitzki? He's got a worse body than me and Nunno put together.
Tulo's not starting the season. They have
Right.
somebody else starting the first
That guy's got 9 years to recover. What's he getting hurt on? His tractor? What's wrong with that guy?
something like that. Nobody knows.
Well, TFC, for some reason, they can't win a regular season game.
They're focusing on the CONCACAF, the Champions League.
What is their record in the regular season? 0-3?
2-2.
My God, guys, wake up. It's funny, Javinko saw my video, I sent it to him, he was laughing out loud. I'll show you later, Wonder Boy. He was like, you kick like me, but it's actually a video of me showing my free kicks to a girl at Goldie last night, and I'll show you that picture. It's pretty funny, and he was laughing because my buddy taped me showing a girl my 5 free kicks that went upstairs. So that was pretty funny to see, and Javinko loves me, and he loved the video too. Again, we talked enough about the Leafs, talked enough about the Raptors, the Jays. I think they're not going to be in anyone's mind to the dog.
They just need, my opinion, they need offense. Their starting pitching is fine to me. Aaron Sanchez looking for a bounce back season after that blister took him out for a lengthy period of time. Stroman, after losing arbitration, he's going to be coming out looking for a good season to make more money. And Jay Happ, it's going to be Jay Happ, an open day start.
I know, but you got Stanton and Sanchez. It's too much, man. Those guys just jack homers, man. It's like, imagine you had 2 parents and both of them were Silvio and you came home and you screwed up. You're in big trouble. You know, imagine getting 2 slaps from 2 parents and they were both Silvio. Like, you can't...
And then you have to remember their catcher too. Yeah,
Sanchez, Stanton,
That is not fair.
it's not fair, Nick Lee. And like you said, we got too many injuries. Ever since that new GM came in from Cleveland,
Ross Atkins.
that guy sucks. I don't know the guy. I don't like you guy. You know, again, Nick Lee, I want to tell you, Wonder Boy, shout out to Cabby. I seen Cabby last week. What a great stand-up guy. I went to go see his documentary. I know we haven't talked about it, Wonder Boy. It was just to see where he come. Imagine at your age, Wonder Boy, just put it this way. Cabby goes as an internship, makes his way all the way up to interviews with Michael Jordan, Magnifique, Gretzky, LeBron James, Iverson. It's a dream for anyone getting into this. Unbelievable. Enough respect to Cabral Richard, good friend of mine. Love seeing you when I go out, buddy. Always a good guy. Well, Wonder Boy, thank you for coming on the show. You always bring some excitement. I know you actually bring viewers. Wonder Boy is sporting 2 dark earrings now for you ladies out there. He is pushing 19, so he is of age. You can ask him for his number. He is free for the taking, and he actually got one of those books now where you day planners, they like to call it. So he is willing and able for all you ladies out there. Thank you, Wonder Boy, for coming on. You know your shit. I love you, buddy. Love you so much. The show wouldn't be nothing without you. We started this in the basement, and we're going places. Guys, I'm also on SoundCloud now under JoeyTLive. So if you want to hear this while you're doing sit-ups at the gym or you're on the escalator, I don't know what it's called, but you can now download me on SoundCloud, JoeyTLive, episode 28. I know Wonder Boy's going to upload this on YouTube because I give him $5 every time I see him. Thank you again, Wonder Boy, for coming on the show, Bello.
Thank you for having me, and have a good Sunday.
You too, buddy. Take care, okay?
Yeah, you too. Here's the email.
All right, buddy.